Nathan Graves, 989, interviewer and spokesman for the Abridged community.
Kung Fu Action Jesus! He's fighting the bad guys and making them pay. With magic Kung Fu, he'll save the day. It's Kung Fu Action Jesus!
GanXingba.
Hey guys, Nathan Graves 989 here with the creator of Avatar the Abridged series, GanXingba. Gan, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me, man.
Alright, my first question is, what inspired you to make an Abridged series?
A while back, I'd, been watching some of the spoofs on YouTube. I think it was back in last March or something, and it was around that time I'd gotten into Avatar, and so I decided, hey, I'll do some of these spoofs myself, and so I did a few of those, and some people kind of liked them, actually, on one of the big Avatar forums there, and I got a message one day saying, hey, man, you should probably do an Abridged series, and, I hadn't really thought about it before then, and so I kind of, asked a few people, on the forums and everything, hey, you guys think I can do this? And they're like, yeah, sure, you can do it. So I was like, why the hell not? It seems like fun. And that's pretty much how that happened.
Why Avatar exactly?
Well, like I said, I'd just kind of gotten into it at the time, and it's a really good show, but by no means does it reinvent the wheel or anything, so it's definitely got room for spoofing. And, with characters like Zuko, obviously, and stuff like that. But, so I just liked it a lot, and, thought I could make a parody about it, sort of as a tribute, I guess.
What's the process you go through to make an episode?
Mostly I just kind of think about it for a while, sort of let it go through my noggin. Recently, I've been trying to figure out what episodes I can combine together, because some of them with Avatar don't have to be played in order because it's really episodic. And so I think of a plot to sort of link them together, and then I run through the episode in my head. Then I kind of just sit down, record it over the period of a week or so, and send it off to my editor. I used to edit it myself, but I got a new editor, Psycho Silver, who's really good at it. It saves me a lot of trouble. So I send it off to him, and then kind of give him direction notes, and that's pretty much it.
How do you come up with your jokes?
All of them. At first sometimes I think oh, well, I don't know where that came from. But when I think about it, all of them do link back to the show. I mean, even Haru, which at first baffled me how I came up with that. It's well, I look at him, he's just basically a, stereotypical Bishonen character, right? Long flowing hair, good looks. And then he's got this weird kind of tan that doesn't really fit. And I was like, well, geez, he looks kind of Latin. And so then that's, I kind of put the two together, and that's how that works. I mean, that's generally how most of them do. Just sort of that type of process. They all link back to the show.
How do you come up with the voices for your characters?
Well, same thing, I sort of look at the characters, I think about what voices would kind of fit them. Zuko's Zuko's came to me, it's like that, he has this one scene where he's on top of this mountain, yelling at the sky and crying, and it's oh, well, that's easy, I'll just give him a really, really whiny voice. But, most of them are basically, I take parts of the characters and exaggerate them a bit, and think about what voice would fit that. And, a couple of them I try to keep generally close to their original voices, but I never really try to do impressions with them, but mostly it's just I take an aspect of their character and sort of focus on it and think about what voice would most fit that.
Who's your favorite character to voice?
Definitely Zuko. With his whiny little voice, because he's so sad all the time, and it's just fun to do his voice, just because, I don't know, for some reason for me, anything I say in that voice is automatically funny to me, but yeah, that's definitely my favorite voice.
What about the hardest character to voice?
The hardest? None of them are really terribly difficult. I mean, in terms of I don't really put a huge strain on my voice, but the hardest would have to be Aang, just because his voice throughout the series has kind of gone through an evolution. I wasn't satisfied with his voice at first, and so I've been sort of progressively tweaking it over time to get it to what it is today, so I can't pop in and out of it like I can with the other voices as well. So yeah, I'd probably say Aang's is the most difficult.
What Abridged series are you currently watching?
Well, obviously, the great triumvirate with Lanny Pator's Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged, Little Karibo's Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and Masako and Vegeta's Naruto Abridged. Those are the big three. And then other than them, I'm Moon Abridged by Megami and Chris Ricks and those guys, and Idlet Studios G Gundam Abridged. Well, obviously a Dragon Ball Abridged, right? And and Lupin the Third Abridged by Kaiser Neko, of course. Yeah.
What about anime? What other anime do you watch?
Right now I'm actually currently not watching any. I used to watch Bleach and Naruto, but Naruto, like, there was the fillers, and so I stopped with both of them. With the fillers, I stopped. And then I tried to come back to Naruto, and Shippuden just moves so slowly. It's painful. And not to mention that the manga kind of got wore up more on me. And Bleach I for a while, but I was also reading the manga along with it, and there was this one twist in the manga with the character Nell, and those who are reading the manga know what I'm talking about. That just I saw that, and I'm like, I'm done. So I'm done with those. But right now I'm not really watching any other anime at the moment.
Is there an anime that you just cannot stand?
I would have to say all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rip-offs I can't really stand, just because of the sheer, it's such a cash-in, and it makes me kind of irritated. But, other than that, I understand people's taste differs, and, I mean, I'm not the one anime that everyone likes that I'm really not a fan of is Death Note, and while, I don't really like it, I can understand how some people would like it, so really the only ones I can't really stand are those.
Are there any Abridged series that you think are overrated or underappreciated?
I mean, I can't really say that, I don't really... I mean, are there the ones that I like? What obviously I'd like them to succeed more, but it's like, I mean, that's with anything, but humor is such a subjective, thing that it's like people are gonna like some things and people aren't gonna like other things, and it's gonna vary from person to person. So I can't really judge that.
Are there any jokes in your show that you regret you didn't find all that funny?
Quite a few, actually. Like, most of them in my early episodes. Like, in the first episode, I had, this infamous, PMS joke that really, at the time, I thought it was hilarious because I get to yell tampon into a microphone, and that was fun. But read it because I'm sure it's just a massive turnoff to so many people because it's such a crude joke. But, and other than that, there's this one joke in episode 3. It's not really a joke. I just there was the village chief is like talking to the people, and for some reason I had him mention Kung Fu Action Jesus, and it wasn't even really a joke, and it's not funny, and I try to avoid, too much repetition in my jokes and relying on running gags, so I kind of regret adding that in there too.
Do you have a favorite joke?
Favorite joke? That would probably be Haru's monologue from episode 3, where he's talking about just how good-looking he is, and then he invents the word sexified. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. That was my crowning moment, I think.
Pirates or ninjas?
Ninjas. I mean, look, pirates. I mean, yeah, they've got Pirates of the Caribbean has made pirates, cool again. But it's like even then they're still wearing makeup and their teeth are missing and they're gross and nasty and they're just not, and they're still not very good at their jobs. I mean, honestly, ninjas are the most efficient killers. Pirate wouldn't even see a ninja coming, and then bam, sword in his throat and he's dead. It's not good. It wouldn't be pretty.